Los Angeles College here in Monterey Park for another edition of Husky Basketball. I'm Albert Robles. Joined with me here tonight is the SID for East Los Angeles College, Cerwin D. Haynes, filling in for a ill-feeling Coach French.
Coach French wishing
the speediest
of
recoveries.
Speedy recovery, and hopefully we'll have him back here in a couple of weeks because conference play is right around the corner. It's next week, so we need all hands on deck for conference play.
Absolutely. It's critical and big-time games coming up soon, but tonight it's another matchup of the South Coast Conference crossover as the Huskies take on the LA Harbor Seahawks. Huskies come in tonight with a win streak of 9 games, record of 12-5 overall, while the Seahawks have a mirror record of 5-12 with a 1-game losing streak. Previously, when they were on a 3-game win streak until that streak was broken up by Pasadena City.
And that's actually a little bit of an interesting note. On a 3-game win streak, we're playing against South Coast Conference North teams that we're going to be facing in a few weeks. And they had their streak broken by Pasadena, an improved Pasadena team this year. And that's a team that the Huskies are going to have to face really soon. So, but again, the Huskies got to take care of business tonight. Got to keep these win streak going as they control the tip.
So on the floor for the visiting Seahawks, wearing number 1, Marcus Kelcoat, number 10, Elia Majeo, number 15, Ijezi Anokweme, number 23, Chase Nelson, and number 31, Max Masher. For your Huskies, number 2, Cameron Williams, number 10, Daniel Michelini-Jackson, number 11, Jalea O'Keefe, number 22, Dylan Godfrey, and of course, number 32, Gregory Melvin. Seahawks with the ball right now. That's Max Masher right there in the center, wearing number 31, going up against Godfrey, taking it to the hole, and just missing was Kelcoat.
It's been the case all season. The Huskies have to be alert and astute in their rebounding because they don't have the one big that Coach Mosley usually enjoys having. As Melvin hit a little baby step back there. Good to see him hit that type of jumper. He's improved his shooting.
So Melvin gets the first basket of the night for East LA. Excellent little fadeaway jumper there. Early points here for the Huskies. That's number 10 spinning around, passes it to number 23. That's Nelson who hits it. Referees indicate that was good from downtown. So LA Harbor takes a 3-2 lead with the 3 from Nelson. Far side 3 for Jalea O'Keefe goes far, recovered by Majeo. They get it off to Nelson. Inside the paint is Masher, unable to get it to go. Rebound made by the Seahawks. Nelson able to get the putback basket.
Got to taking it away and kind of out-muscled Godfrey there. Godfrey, 6'8", but more of a what you call a tweener, or maybe more of a big stretch 4 than maybe a typical power rebounding 4. And that's something important here because Huskies don't have that big forward or big center that Coach Mosley usually enjoys that can just gobble up rebounds, control the paint on both ends of the court. So the Huskies will have to employ some team and pack rebounding tactics to control the boards.
For a brief moment, it looked like Kelcoat had actually wrestled it away from Melvin, but referees actually ruled it to be Husky ball. So I guess Kelcoat had wrestled it away but knocked out of bounds, so stayed within Husky possession. Ooh, Majeo able to knock it away, so that's going to be a block. Gets it over to Nelson. Kelcoat runs it back in for 2.
Yeah, Michelini-Jackson got caught passing in the air. I think they call it cardinal sin in most basketball circles. You jump and then you pass. You force yourself to have to pass it, even when the lane is not there.
So Seahawks with an early 5-2 lead over the Huskies. Not the best of starts for East LA. Godfrey on the inside.
You like to see that by not just Godfrey, the shot it convert, but Cameron Williams driving the paint and being able to have the dump off pass for an assist.
And that's one of the main things that Williams does best, is making that extra pass and seeing those openings. As Kelcoat gets fouled on the shot, basket doesn't go, but he'll go to the line.
Williams, Husky, it's hard to kind of see because there's no live stats for Wednesday's game. But when the Huskies were trailing in that second half, and Williams was on the bench for a while, came back in. He actually got dinged up a bit in the first half, came back in, got his win back, and his energy on both ends of the court actually was what helped propel the Huskies to come back.
Kelcoat goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Ball's knocked out of bounds by a Seahawk, so remain Husky ball. Jackson inbounds, gets it over to Williams, back over to Jackson, spreading the ball around quite quickly. Ball's deflected by Nelson, so Seahawks with another takeaway.
The Huskies were up 16 at one point in the first half on Wednesday, and what got them in trouble and allowed for the Cougars to come back into the game was turnovers and them not being able to run their offense cleanly.
That was Nelson going for 2, blocked away by East LA. Going on a quick breakaway, Williams making a little bit of contact, kicks it out to O'Keefe, puts it up for 3, just short of the rim. Jackson with the rebound, puts it back up, no good, taken away by Adepueme. And a whistle
on Melvin.
That is indeed the call. So first foul for Melvin, second team foul for East LA. So Williams is on Kelcoat. Williams making strong contact, not drawing a foul, gets it in to Masher, guarded by Godfrey, off the glass, in it goes.
It's one thing you want to see for Godfrey, particularly in the offseason, to improve his strength so he can be a better defender down low so he doesn't get pushed around the way he has been in this game and at certain points this season. Huskies having problems swinging the ball around. Harper's getting their hands on a lot of deflections. Even though the Huskies were fortunate that Harbor drew the foul.
So non-shooting foul called on LA Harbor. That's their first team foul. O'Keefe on the outside, just short of the rim. Jackson with the rebound. Little over-the-shoulder pass to Godfrey, knocked out of bounds. Still Husky ball.
Like seeing hustle earlier on the boards for the Huskies. But Jalea O'Keefe, one reason why the Huskies got off to a fast start on Wednesday because he was hitting his outside jumper. It's Godfrey with the jumper on the left of the paint there. Little baby jumper, got it to go.
Kelco to the near corner to find Nelson. Easy pass inside to Elia Majeo.
Coach Moses hates to see that. He gave him an easy pass inside the paint.
Yeah, just a wide open pass for a wide open bucket for Majeo. O'Keefe for 3. And another missed attempt by Jalea O'Keefe from beyond the arc.
But I like what Michelin Jackson's been doing so far early. That's about his third offensive rebound there. Off the weak side, off these misses. Melvin inside,
very active.
G.
So Melvin gets to go, draws the foul, so a 3-point play attempt here.
Melvin's listed as a forward. I would say plays a little bit more of a 3 this year than he did last year, but he's still, with his frame, you think he would have some power to be able to take it inside. That free throw rims out and back in. For the 3-point play, cash it in for the Huskies, so they only trail by 4, 13-9 with 14:37 in the first half. Huskies, Huskies, believe it or not, really can't afford in many ways to lose this game. They got to keep their win streak going as try to squeeze the ball out from outside. And Harbor Forces up a mid-ranger, no good.
Shot from-
Rebound goes
yeah,
to O'Keefe.
Attempt was by Anapueme. That didn't go.
I like the idea there. I think that pass, I think it was just mistimed. The pass needed to be a little higher. I think it had. If it was going to be like that, it has to be a little higher and at the apex of Melvin's jump. So turnover gets the ball back to the Seahawks.
Anapueme on the wing gets it over to Calcote. Trying to reset the offense here a little bit. From the far corner, Marcus Calcote for 3. Well, actually, no. Toe was on the line, so only a 2. So long 2 for Calcote.
Nice little step back, though. We should need Jackson. He's going to shoot. And
Jackson gets it for 3.
Coming into the season, Huskies coaches thought that this would be the best shooting team that Huskies, Coach Mosley would have had. Oh, there's a pick. Oh, and a sweep block by O'Keefe.
Jaleo Key says, not in my house. Gets it to Cameron Williams on the break. Puts it up, draws the foul. Basket doesn't go.
That was a highlight block because he.
Calcote had the open lane.
Open for the dunk.
But Jaleo Keith definitely had the height differential and easily swatted it away.
I'm looking over at our photographer and also at the ELAC campus photographer. I hope one of them got that.
Williams hits the first. We get some substitutions here.
You know, Harbor, even though with a 5-12 record, you know, I would describe them as a plucky team. And this is the type of team. Huskies, they're a good team this year, but not what you would call dominant. So this type of team in years, Huskies maybe of last year, or maybe especially 2019, 2014, Huskies wouldn't probably have an easier time with them. But this Huskies team, they're not quite great just yet. So they have to be mindful. They can't take this team for granted, despite just because they see they have a 5-12 record.
Christian Martinez now on the floor for the Seahawks as he loses possession.
I was going to say it's knocked out by Huskies.
Knocked away by Langston, who's now on the floor. So Martinez will inbound.
Younger brother of JT Langston. He's going on to play at Ryder.
Quickly finds Martinez on the inside. Easy bucket.
Second time now that Harbor's been able to cut inside the paint and able to find him on the pass. That back door.
Calcote very dangerous early in this game. Shamar Morrow trying to find an opening. He finds man, gets it off the glass.
And one.
It goes and draws the foul. So East LA back within 1 and can tie it with the free throw.
The man came off the bench on Wednesday. He had some struggles on both ends of the court, but kind of redeemed himself. And there's a lane violation, and it's like lane violation on 22 of Harbor. So man's going to get another shot here at the line. I'm wondering if maybe a little bit there of last Wednesday of Mosley trying to go with his bench, and that free throws off the back rim, no good. Harbor gets the rebound cleanly this time. Mosley trying to ride his bench and get his starters as much rest as he feasibly can without letting the game get too far away. And it worked because Huskies, he brought his starters back in for the most part. They were down 6 in that second half, and they came back and won the game. Wild layup, no good, but the foul.
Yeah, and Anapueme will go to the line for 2.
Huskies foul number 33, Brendan Wilson. First personal, 13. It is Anapueme to the free throw line.
I'm going to give a shot at this name. We were practicing before. It's number 15.
Anapueme?
Anapueme. See, I would have gotten it, maybe. Anapueme gets the first one to drop through. So while I was saying that the Huskies really can't really afford to lose this game because our Harbor is 5-12. They're, you know, one of the lower ranked teams, not just in the conference but in the state. Huskies right now, their RPI in the state, they're sitting at number 24. And RPI just as much as the record, and in some cases maybe even more so, can help determine your playoff selection and positioning. Huskies need to get that RPI ticking upward. There's another three by Mishalini Jackson. And the Huskies.
So that three-point attempt from Jackson ties it up 19 all.
And with conference play starting next week, Huskies.
Kelco loses possession. Stripped away, goes out of bounds. Husky ball.
Looks like he got stripped away, maybe hit off his leg. Good defense there by the Huskies to shut off the paint there. It's kind of just walled them off. Well, you'll see Coach Mosley use Morrow to bring the ball up and initiate the offense.
Morrow gets it out to Wilson, drives it in, easy layup, just misses. And it's Lofton with the defensive rebound. Gets it over.
Didn't quite put enough English on it to get it to bounce off the glass. Instead of kind of bounced off the back rim.
Osahan arrow goes wide. Rebound by Lofton. No good with the putback.
Good late contest there by Mann.
Jackson for three. Hits it.
He's feeling it. And Harbor will call a timeout.
That's going to call a timeout there. Coach Carter for the Seahawks, unhappy with that sequence of events. So with that timeout, we're going to take a quick break ourselves. You're watching Husky basketball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. So we're back from the Seahawk timeout. And it's Seahawk ball. Martinez with the ball now, dribbling past half court, guarded by Javian Langston. Gets it over to Kelco, guarded by Morrow. Shot clock winding down, 15 seconds left.
Oh, good steal there by O'Keefe.
Yeah, a little bit of a missed dribble there by Maggio. Pass is deflected out of bounds by East LA, so Seahawk ball.
You know, I feel like if you're going to post up, you should either have the purpose of posting up either to look for your man or to score. I feel like Mann kind of passed that ball up a little too soon. Maybe he could have tried another back down move, try to see if he can get positioning on his man there. A good steal there by Morrow. Huskies with the break. Shot no good, but a foul.
Seahawks foul number 22, Christian Martinez. First personal, 15.
It's Martinez charged with the foul.
You know, I really like what Brandon Wilson gives his team off the bench. He misses his first free throw. He usually gives you double-digit points. But more importantly, rebounding. He's got a good size, but he's a very good rebounder from the wing position, two-guard position. Makes a second. So it's 23-19 with 10-14 left first half.
So East LA leads 23-19, just over 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Very active game so far. It was Seahawks with a fairly dominant lead, but East LA has gone on a really good run to pull up by 4 points so far.
You know what? That was a good contest by man. That was just a better shot making there by Harbor. It's hard to complain giving up that shot. So that was kind of wild, Albert. Langston went up like he was about to cock it back and yam it down, lost the ball as he was going up for the dunk, and looked like he ran into a Harbor defender, but because the defender was in the restricted arc, it was called a blocking foul.
Ended up being a blocking foul. Yeah, because like for a second I was like, wait, was that a charge? And I was like, oh wait, no, that's a block.
That's a blocking foul, and Langston goes to the line, makes it first. I almost say it might have got bailed out there a little bit, but that would have been a highlight dunk. I don't think I've seen him dunk it from that distance or that height. Second free throw rims out, but the offensive rebound by the Huskies put back no good. And
Kelcoat steps out of bounds on the rebound, so a turnover off the missed free throw.
I think Harbor's saying that maybe Wilson or someone kind of pushed him out, but the referees didn't see it that way. Nope.
He had clear possession from my direct line of sight. He very much just stepped out of bounds.
Well, we've shown in football that you have very good eyesight, so we'll definitely.
I try.
Trust.
The one thing I can't do is see through referees. Man.
Huskies done a good job on these inbounds when they're inbounding under the opponent's basket. They've done a good job, from what I've seen, of being able to find a man right under the basket to pass it to. Obviously, if you're a defense, you never want to give that up, but they seem to be very well adept at getting that play.
Kelcoat making moves, dribbles it away, goes for two, no good. East LA with the rebound. Breaking away is Morrow. Quick pass over to Langston on the outside for three. Hits it!
1, 2, 3 for Langston. Timeout.
Haven't seen him do that too often this season, but it's nice to see him flash the range there. He was open, he took the shot, buried it, and the Seahawks want timeout as this Huskies lead has extended to 8 here, 29-21 with 8:47 left in the first half.
Great execution and sequence of play for East LA forces Coach Carter to call another timeout. We'll take a quick break ourselves. You're watching Husky basketball right here on SportsNetUSA.net.
Oh,
So we're back from our timeout. Seahawk ball with 8:42 left here in the first half. Huskies lead 29-21. On the floor for LA Harbor.
And we got an offensive foul. So number 4. I guess you say he pushed off, got caught pushing off on his off-ball hand.
Yeah, I was quickly looking at the roster for a second, so for a minute I thought it was a travel, so luckily you were actually paying attention. But on the floor for LA Harbor are Kelcoat, Lofton, Maggio, Nelson, and Sims. for your Huskies are Mara, O'Keefe, Mann, Langston, and Wilson. As the Seahawks get a defensive rebound here. Pacheco taking it up past half court, gets past Langston, puts it up, goes off the rim, rebound Langston. Deep pass intercepted.
Too many bodies in between who he was looking to pass it to.
Was Anapueme with the steal.
And the foul can be called. I think it's going to be on.
It's going to be on Langston. So that'll send Jesse Anapueme to the line.
I'll say one of the reasons why the Huskies have been able to build this lead defensively is because they've been able to body up Harbor better these past, I would say, 5-6 minutes on the perimeter. And a good deal of that has to be credited to Shamar Morrow.
Garcia just for the Seahawks.
Also, Javion Langston giving some good minutes, hit a 3. That's my man, he comes out, he gave some good minutes.
David Garcia in for LA Harbor, taking the place of Calcote. Also on the floor is Max Masher. He came in for Sims.
By the way, Max Masher is a great name. His last name's not spelled M-A-S-H-E-R.
M-A-J-C-H-E-R, Masher. Jackson Jukes gets it over to William. Gets past, pass deflected. That was intended for Wilson. Harbor with the steal on a block by Williams, but a foul.
They're going to say he got arm or something. Let's see what he says. He said he caught him on the knee. That's interesting. You go
Pretty sure the knee is not part of the shot, but okay.
Yeah, I never seen someone go up for a block and get the foul on the knee. I got to ask our athletic director about that one. But as your buddy Dan often says, zebras know best. So we're going to have to just trust their expert.
Nelson goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. So LA Harbor back within 4. 7:16 left here in the first half. Huskies trying to maintain their lead as LA Harbor forces another turnover.
Huskies are forcing their passes too much inside. They're trying to go inside out and trying to make the type of passes that they were able to make for the most of the first half against LA Southwest. Oh, nice block there. And this is Ryan Ellis, who we haven't seen much of. Nice block by him.
Probably his first minutes this entire season, or at least at home from what I've seen.
Check his note. Let's double check that.
Garcia on the wing, gets into Masher, lays it up. No good. Another rebound offensively for Masher and another miss. East LA comes away. Wilson from downtown, just long. And Harbor gets the rebound. Here's Garcia, goes one-on-one, kicks it out to Maggio for 3.
Yeah, he was open with too much time. Wilson tried to contest, but he just had Wilson too open. This is what I'm talking about. This is what happened with the Huskies against the Cougars on Wednesday. They got a lead, but then they started turning the ball over on offense.
Finally get the inside lane and pass to Brandon Wilson. Gets the bucket for 2. East LA goes back up by 3.
Yeah, they just got to be patient.
They definitely did take their time. They weren't, they were doing a really good job of moving the ball, but they weren't rushing their movements of the ball. They were waiting for that right moment to find that open passing lane.
This game's gotten
Jackson steals it away and is fouled.
This game kind of started playing at a breakneck pace. Kind of got a little wild here.
Seahawks foul number 31, Max Masher. Third personal, 8th team
Ellis trying to make the most of his minutes with the hustle stats.
So fouls charged to Max Masher. as Michelini Jackson goes to the line for 2.
1 to shoot for Michelini Jackson. Arrow returns for the Seahawks.
Let's see how many team blocks the Huskies have. They're credited with 3.
So Jackson goes 2 for 2.
Now I think Ellis probably has 2 of the 3. We've got some latecomers coming in. Looks like some football guys, some recruits coming in to check out some men's basketball.
Kelko moving the ball around. That's Arrow. Over to Maggio. Back to Arrow. Guarded by Jackson. Clock winding down. Kelko making a move and travels.
That travel was created when he tried to go to his right. And I don't think it was Dombane. I guess who's over next to him got a hand in to interrupt his dribble.
Jackson from downtown is
But he's
fouled.
So he'll get 3 at the line. And Huskies seem to be responding to Harbor's mini run here. Harbor trying to get the lead back. Huskies now rebounding. Not just physically, but in the all sense of the word.
And that was Osahan Arrow charged with the foul, number 0. Despite what your live stats say, Sheldon Terry is not on the floor.
Second free throw good.
So Jackson goes 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. 5:05 left here in the first.
Coach Mosley was talking about Jackson earlier in the week. He got a late start to the season due to an injury sustained. Kind of was about a month or 2 behind the rest of his teammates in getting back.
Pass goes long to Jackson, who hits it from downtown.
And he's feeling it. That's his 4th 3 of this half. And the Huskies take an 11-point lead. 4:43 left in this first half.
That forces another timeout. We'll take a quick break ourselves. You're watching Husky basketball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. So that concludes the timeout here. 4:43 left in our first half. East LA leads by 11 of a score of 39-28.
You know, Albert, when you get a bunch of football coaches together, you know what you end up getting?
Background noise?
Yes, a lot of background noise, a lot of smack talk. Your answer was better.
God bless our broadcast headphones.
Because, you know, for coaches, there's no such season as off-season for recruiting.
Garcia's pass to Kelcoat goes wide out of bounds, and a turnover will make it Husky ball.
Coach Mosley really likes Thombane's defense, particularly on the perimeter.
Melvin gets it to Thiombane. From the free throw line is Melvin. Pass doesn't go. Harbor on the break and a foul.
Yeah, Thombe kind of hip-checked him. trying to keep him from driving into the paint off the baseline.
First personal, 16 foul.
But the Huskies are not in the bonus. They're not on the penalty yet. So Harbor only can inbound it.
Calco pulls up and Thiombane makes the block. Nice quick pass by Williams to Thiombane.
And again, we're seeing the defense of Thiombane paying off. Sweeney Jackson with the rebound and spin. Huskies looking to see if they can break this open before half. The pull-up, Jay Sweet.
Jackson has been on fire this entire half.
And again, he got a late start because he was injured to start the season. He was at least a month behind his teammates.
17 first half points for Daniel Michelini Jackson, Cerwin. 17 points.
Well,
20 with that pull-up.
Yes. And that pull-up from the three is no good from the corner.
Correction, 19 with that jumper.
Melvin goes off glass, and the Huskies have opened this up a bit as Harbor has to call timeout. 45-28. As we have some spirited cheering from the peanut gallery behind us.
And so a 30-second timeout leads to a little quick break in action. So we'll go ahead and take a moment to look at some scores around here in the 3C 2A.
Let me see. I think the Huskies should be on a nice run right now. Let's see. So, Elia Majeo made a three-pointer to bring the score within one. That was at the 6:26 mark. So, in under 4 minutes, Huskies had 29 points at that point. So, in under 4 minutes, the Huskies are now on, make sure my math is correct, a 16-0 run.
Seahawks ball.
So here is Majeo. Breaks past Williams, kicks it out to Calcote. They find out Apueme drives it in, draws a foul. Unable to get the shot off, though.
He was a little out of control when he started making the drive. So kind of feel like that's kind of punishing the defense a bit, and that's what Coach Mosley making a case to the referee. He was out of control and kind of just barreled into the defender. But that's one of those cases where the defender either he was in the restricted area or he didn't have his feet set. So the defense draws a foul.
And Apueme gets the first shot to go. As well as the second.
Hawks have been good at the line, though.
$15-point lead for East LA, 2:20 remaining. Williams gets it over to Jackson, hits it again from downtown. Daniel Michelini Jackson with 23 first half points.
Can you say en fuego?
Calco, easy deuce off the rim.
Yeah, Coach Moses doing call time. I didn't like what he saw in that defense there. That layup was actually created through dribble penetration from the perimeter.
The Huskies use a full charge timeout.
So Huskies using a first timeout. Let's take a quick look here at some scores in men's basketball around the 3C 2A. In a game between Long Beach City and LA Trade Tech, LA Trade leads 44-40 with just under 2 minutes left in the first. Santa Ana, Orange Coast, they're tied at 27 all with 3 minutes left.
Orange Coast, oh no, I'm talking about the women. The women are the Orange Coast are the defending state champion.
And they're a beast of a team, for sure, on the women's side. For the men's, we haven't seen much of that side, so we're unable to make that a appropriate assessment. At halftime between LA City and El Camino, LA City has a 2-point lead, a score of 27-25.
LA City, their first season back in men's basketball after several years. It's good to see LA City, a fellow LACCD school, restart their athletics program. They do have quite a bit of history.
LA Southwest leading Mount Sac, score of 33-28. They're currently in halftime.
Yeah, we got to circle that one. Because Mount
We'll
Sac,
keep an eye on that one for sure. Of course, Mount Sac is in the divisional conference here for East LA.
not only that, but they're a top 5 team in the state.
And coming up next week, live on SportsNetUSA.net.
So Hassan Huey now in, running point.
First time he stepped on the floor all night. Usually he comes in pretty early into the games and usually stays in. Baker Bill gets it to Huey on the outside, quickly finds Godfrey. Clock winding down, Godfrey gets the shot off, and it goes.
That was a little baby Dirk. Ooh, Dirk Nowitzki, the one-legger fadeaway turnaround jumper. Wasn't clean, but he got the ball to drop.
Just over a minute left. Anokweme
1 minute remaining in the half.
gets it over to Kelcoat. Gets past Langston, comes up with the shot, is fouled. Basket is no good.
Huskies foul number 10.
Of course, it's easier said than done, Albert, but really the Huskies, really defensively, I feel it boils down to them keep staying in front of their man, particularly on the perimeter, and being able to rebound at least adequately when they force misses.
Jeremiah Calhoun enters for ELAC.
There's a name also we haven't called much this year, Jeremiah Calhoun, coming in for Missionary Jackson. Jackson leads all scorers with 22 points in the first half.
Yeah, with just a minute left here in the first half, might as well get Jackson some well-deserved rest.
Yeah, it looks like the team, maybe Harbor thought it was their ball, but that ball, Huskies lost it, but they lost it off of Harbor's knee. So Javion Langston is going to be able to inbound near the basket. Huskies are good at running a cut play to the paint to get open, and they get one there.
Gets it into Beal. Ball stripped away, still kept by Bill, lays it up, no good. Recovered by Godfrey off the hands of Maggio, out of bounds. Remains Husky ball.
And that's where you're seeing
Huskies basketball.
Beal use his size advantage as
Godfrey goes
Godfrey
for three.
He tried to go
Doesn't
bank.
come down with it.
Yeah, the bank was closed on that three.
Nice block by Javion Langston.
And then Huey draws a foul, got hip bumped. As the referees are asking Harbor's bench to kind of calm down a little bit. You know, I think Harbor felt that maybe the block was a hair late, maybe a goaltend. They wanted a goaltend. It looked like he timed it perfectly. He got it right as the ball was at his apex. The shot was at his apex, so Huey goes to the line, knocks down the first one. Huskies generally doing what you want to see, particularly in this first half, that they use the latter half of this first half to make their move and not just increase their lead, but really open up this game. And obviously not a blowout just yet. We mentioned Harbor is a plucky team. Before they lost to PCC, Pasadena City, they did win 3 in a row. So this team has ability. So Huskies
10
can't rest on their
seconds
laurels.
left here in the first half. We'll see if the Seahawks can come away with some last-second points here.
So the basket went in. So they called a
basket
goaltend.
goes.
Yeah, they called a goaltend before the shot actually dropped. So there's 1.8 seconds left. So Huskies about to go on the half, but ref said no. So it's funny because you wave off the shot, but the shot counts. 0.8. So .8. I feel like they kind of maybe let their hair down just a little too soon on that last possession by Harbor. And that will be halftime. As Langston decided to try a 75-foot hook shot.
Yeah, and like you can see like Godfrey do like a deep little windup, just like to chuck it, only to be quickly blocked by I believe it was like Maggio, and then it's like that attempted deep pass. But it is zeros on the board, so that does take us to halftime. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. You're watching Husky basketball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. So we are back for the start of our second half here. We are live from the E-Rena located on the campus of East Los Angeles College here in Monterey Park. For more Husky basketball, I'm Albert Robles. Thank you for joining us here today. Cerwin D. Haynes with me right by my side, SID for East Los Angeles College. Godfrey pulls up for three, comes up short, rebound by LA Harbor. That's Kelcoat with the rebound. East LA currently with a 52-36 lead over the Seahawks of LA Harbor College.
Oh,
Stripped away by Cameron Williams. Gets it over to Jaleo Keith. Runs it in off the glass. Easy points for O'Keefe. Here's Anapueme, blocked away by Melvin. Gets his rebound and draws a foul.
Good initial stop by Melvin. But Anapueme got the ball back and was able to kind of maneuver himself around Melvin. Got Melvin out of position, drew the foul. Scorers table here, we're a man short. Coach Drummond, I think he got lost with some recruits. So Danny's got to do both. First free throw, good. Mentioned on the stream, on an IG stream on halftime, that the Seahawks are perfect from the line, and that's probably what's keeping this game from being a blowout right now. And
he
the broadcast
says as they miss their first free throw from the line. The classic broadcaster jinx. You don't bring it up, Cerwin.
Well, I know we're supposed to be impartial here.
Sounds like you're being a little bit of a homer. It's like, I'm going to jinx them so that the Huskies can pull away by another point. Melvin on the inside, spins past Masher.
The layup was wild, but he was fouled. So nice spin move. And you saw the power and agility of Melvin. You saw that in bits and pieces last year. Always said that, you know, it's a guy who's a three, is a small forward. He looks bigger than a lot of the guys on his court. So he's a solid guy. So adding athleticism and speed to his frame and an improved jumper, which we've seen bits and pieces of, can take him a long way. First free throw is good.
Makes first free throw. Hits the second. On the floor for LA Harbor are Kelcoat, Majeo, Anapueme, Nelson, and Masher. Here is Masher. Spins around past Godfrey. Gets it out to Kelcoat. Right there on the left wing. Finds a lane. Passes to Nelson. Shot doesn't go. O'Keefe with the rebound. Nicolini Jackson from downtown, just short of the rim. Godfrey unable to come up with the rebound. Seahawk ball.
Bit of a heat check step back.
Here is Kelcoat. Slowing things up a little bit here. Little spin around jumper. Jackson with the rebound.
Almost a better shot against good defense, but the Huskies.
Nice quick pass inside to Melvin. Able to do a little over-under layup.
Hey, you know what helped him make that basket? He was patient on the baseline. He waited for his defender to kind of get out of position, spun away from him, and got an open look.
And Anapueme takes it in for two.
I was just going to say, technical foul on the Seahawks. Oh, someone, I don't know, it was the coach. I think it was with the players. Somebody got a little too mouthy with his ref.
I believe it might have been the assistant coach for LA Harbor.
And officially Jackson, he'll take the technical free throws. So it'll be two in the ball.
And it was Jason Aga who they're teeing up there on the bench line.
Second tech is good.
The previous technical counts as the second team foul.
According to the announcement, that technical counts as the second team foul in the half here for LA Harbor. That's something I did not know.
Neither did I, but we do know that the Huskies are looking to, right now they got a 21-point lead, and we mentioned at halftime we were talking about how the Huskies and how LA Harbor would respond, whether Harbor would try to chip away. O'Keefe.
Air ball from O'Keefe.
Can't quite find the range.
Rare air ball.
Yeah, rare air ball.
For Gillet. Normally, he either hits it or at least hits the rim.
Yeah, usually his shot is not looking good, but he struck. Even though his form has looked good today, he's struggled. He hasn't hit anything so far.
You know, only 2 points on the day for Gillet O'Keefe.
Well, I should say anything, but he is 0-5 from downtown. And Harbor gets to lay up the fall and the foul.
That excites the Seahawk bench.
First good count. That's the Huskies number 22,
Dylan Godfrey.
First personal, second team foul. Esteban Man re-enters for the Huskies.
Esteban Man checking in as Godfrey exits.
Sound like we got some sarcastic cheering from the Seahawks bench. Probably what ended up getting them teed up. The ball
Shot
don't
by
lie. They missed the
Kelko
free
doesn't
throw.
go. O'Keefe on the right wing. Maneuvers past Kelko. Hands it off to Williams. On the outside left wing is Melvin. Almost goes for 3.
Nice spike.
Ball kicks off of Anapueme.
That was a good move by Melvin. He was actually out of bounds, but he was in the midair. Knocked it off a Harbor player while he was midair. Ball goes out of bounds, so it saves the Huskies possession. That three-pointer, well, one, you don't mind seeing Melvin. I like seeing Melvin try to show off that increased range, but that three wasn't even close. It's kind of a bit of a UFO.
Yeah, like it was right on in that little like creasy part, like where the rim meets the glass.
Yeah, on the outside, not unfortunately
right
on the inside. Right on the outside rim. Coach Mosley's very animated in the timeout here. He's seeing some things he doesn't like. I think he's telling the team to move the ball. One of the issues where the Huskies get into trouble here, we've seen this season, is when they stop moving the ball, stop moving without the ball. And it stagnates it, kind of gets them stagnated, and that's where the turnovers start to happen.
Jackson inbounding. Quick inside pass to Langston. Goes for 2, but doesn't able to make it go.
He was trying to
do a reverse. Wide open.
He was trying to go for a reverse dunk. He should have just tried. He should have just laid it up because his body was actually moving away from the basket, even though he was underneath. So kind of had to contort himself. Should have just laid it up there.
Shot from the far corner for Anapueme doesn't go.
Yeah, he
traveled. Rebounds, and Langston steps out of bounds.
I think Langston thought maybe he thought about the 3 and decided to drive it. But in his thought process, he already made his steps to set himself up for the 3-point shot, and then took one more step to drive, and that's where he got called for the travel.
Maggio blocked away by Williams, fighting to keep it in bounds and away from my face.
Yeah, he saw the ball going right for you. He's like, gotta save Albert.
Yeah, it's precious cargo. Appreciate the self-sacrifice.
Well, you know, we say you're the jack of all trades, master of many.
Gonna get a little bit of cleanup here.
Watch this. Drum, did you lose track at halftime, sir?
No, I was talking to
Oh.
I was doing something that everybody around here don't do.
Oh, I see. Coach Drum, who controls the scoreboard during the game, he's the offensive coordinator for football, was speaking with a recruit, and he's basically football smack talk. I'm the only one recruiting. I'm out here recruiting. the rest of my fellow coaches are just sitting here watching the game. I'm out here doing double work. I'm working the scoreboard and recruiting at the same time.
Calico keeps it. Near corner, Maggio misses. Offensive rebound, 4 on Pueme, gets it to go.
Yeah, Melvin, you got to use your strength to kind of secure that ball, fend off defenders so you don't have to cough it up and give up an easy shot under the basket.
Williams spins around, can't get it.
Good defense there by Harbor to kind of take away his first option to the rim. And now Harbor start to make their move. They got a couple easy baskets now. They were down 21. They're 6-0 run here.
Bucket from Maggio gets them back within 15. 15:05 left to go here in the second half.
Oh, no foul there. He kind of got mugged there, Melvin did, but instead he
Some
passes
contact from Melvin. It doesn't get called. Passes off to Williams, who gets the basket to go.
He looked like he got kind of almost uppercutted a little bit. Open hand uppercut, no call.
Calcote along the baseline, gets it to Anapueme, pulls up for 2.
Good jumper by Anapueme. He kind of had to adjust himself mid jumper as he took his went to go up for it.
And LA Harbor playing with a little more urgency. Looked like, man, kind of got hit in the face. At least that's how he reacted to it.
And he reacts by getting the shot to fall and drawing the end one. So some toughness from Man here. Nice response by Man to try to kind of quell this run, this mini run that Harbor's on right now.
And that's something that you know Coach French likes to see. Esteban Man, he says one of his favorite players. Of course, every ELAC player is one of his favorite players. But he always makes it a point to mention Esteban Man and like the aggressiveness and toughness that Man brings to the table whenever he comes into the floor.
Well, I feel like he's definitely given better minutes this game than he did for a majority of the game against LA Southwest. It was good to see.
Calcote spins around Morrow, draws the foul.
Kind of looked like he was Calcote was kind of fading away from Morrow. Maybe just got to the spot to get his jumper off before Morrow did, and maybe got hit on the foot. So another way that Harbor's been able to kind of stick around a little bit as that first free throw is good is through free throw shooting. I did accidentally, I will say, jinx them a bit when they finally missed a free throw.
Yeah, you did.
But they are 13 of 15 from the line.
Morrow gets it to Langston on the wing, over to Wilson, top of the key, quick little side pass into Man, spins around, can't get it to go. Morrow able to retain possession. Clock winding down, 5 left. Michelini Jackson steps up, hits it for 3, beats the buzzer.
That was just evil. And I mean evil, like just sweet and evil. Step back 3 in the corner.
Michelini Jackson now has 27 points.
With the shot clock going down.
So referees getting together. It looks like they're going to debate the call there.
Was it because of someone came on the floor and didn't? Let's see. Okay, so delay of game. Okay, so the Huskies bench got called with a delay of game. They were very emphatic. They were very excited by that. Maybe a little too excited. So the contention is that the Seahawks feel that because the entire Huskies bench came off the bench onto the floor after that, it should have been a technical and not a delay of game warning.
That's what Coach Carter is arguing right now. As Maggio kicks it out to Garcia, unable to hit it, gets his own rebound, spins around out to Maggio. Near side is Nelson, hits it for 3.
You know, if you're at Harbor, that's the answer you want to have.
Morrow gets drilled a little bit by Garcia. Esteban Man making his move past Sims, able to hit it.
And Coach Mosley is arguing with the refs. He feels that Man got pushed on that drive and basket. He's going to take a full timeout.
With that timeout, we'll take a quick break ourselves. You're watching Husky basketball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. So we're back from the ELAC timeout. 12:46 here left in our second half of play. East LA leads LA Harbor 69-52. Garcia making moves. Hands it to Kelko over to Majeo. Kind of running their play here. Step back push from Kelko, doesn't go. Rebound for LA Harbor. Garcia triple teamed, pivoting it around, kicks it to Calcote.
Good recovery by Huskies defensively there.
Slowing things down with 18 seconds left on their shot clock. Nice bounce pass.
Good contest,
by
but the
Nelson
putback was there. And we saw a little bit of this in the game on Wednesday against the Cougars. The Huskies sometimes, because they don't have that big forward that gobbles up rebounds like a JT Langston or a KJ Allen of years past, because they don't have that big forward that can gobble up rebounds, they are susceptible to giving up offensive boards. So Harbor scored on their third attempt there.
Wilson steps back, shot is blocked.
Harbor had that red all the way.
Nelson on the near wing, hits it.
And a good answer by Harbor here. They went down by 21, but now they've closed the lead to 12. And an offensive foul. And you hear the Harbor's bench.
Yeah, David Garcia took a huge hit, just laid out on the floor. Very aggressive foul away from the actual ball itself. Can't be doing that.
There's through so many bodies, they couldn't see it. And Harbor just
Garcia
just
straight up loses the pass.
Just took his eyes off a little bit. The Huskies catch a little bit of break here, but they got to do something because Harbor's got
gets
the
it
momentum.
tomorrow, speeds it in, goes for the dunk and misses. Harbor with the defensive rebound. And it's hard to believe that Morrow just drove it into the lane like that and just misses a phenomenal dunk.
He's one of the best athletes on this team. Huskies get the steal. Man driving, passes to Jackson.
Jackson throws it off of Garcia's leg, which kicked it out of bounds, and it will still be Husky ball.
And that's a smart play by Jackson because he knew he didn't have anywhere to go. He was actually, his momentum was taking him out of bounds. So what to do, just try to knock it off the nearest defender next to him.
Yeah, great presence of mind and heads-up play there by Jackson.
We were saying during the timeout, the spiciness of this game has kicked up a notch. Starting to feel a little bit like the playoff game last year.
Martinez in on the floor now for LA Harbor.
And they say Jackson stepped out on the line. Good defense by Harbor on the perimeter. They crowded him and kind of edged him out.
Little double team action there forces the turnover.
Double team on the sidelines. Use the sideline as a third defender. And a near
Langston
steal.
picked it away, but Martinez able to keep it. There's Lofton with the putback, doesn't go. Kelko keeps it, runs it in, blocked away by Mann.
Plays gotten physical on both ends. Huskies trying to steal some minutes with Morrow at point. Man, a little slight forearm didn't get called there.
Langston, handoff pass to Morrow. Spin move and fouled.
Tried to force a little bit, but he was able to draw contact.
Foul charge to number 4, Timothy Lofton. That's his third foul.
Shooting 2.
Morrow misses the first.
Cameron Williams returns for the Huskies.
Cameron Williams back in on the floor. He checks in for Jackson.
And hopefully this is good news for the Huskies because Cameron Williams, starting point guard, when he's energetic, and he is that often, he can help. He can orchestrate the offense. He can bring energy defensively. Do a lot of good things on the floor. Play a good floor game.
Joe able to make some moves past Langston. Over to Lofton. Kelcoat now. Hand off to Anapueme. Stops, goes for the shot. Put back in by Lofton.
And that was just kind of fortuitous deflection there by Harbor. They got denied initially, but they had a guy at the dunker spot on the baseline, able to get the ball at the right spot. Right place, right time. Oh, Melvin.
Pass from Melvin, blocked away by Anapueme. Goes it in all himself, blocked by Melvin at the baseline. Nice pass by Williams to Melvin.
With the assist from Williams.
Gotta love that Williams-Melvin connection.
I love it. I also love that Melvin didn't hang his head off the offensive miscue. He hustled back on defense, got the block, and as what tends to happen, you make good plays on one end, and sooner or later you get rewarded. He got rewarded from the feed from Williams on a nice reverse lay-in too. I like that he laid the ball up and did try to do a reverse dunk. Huskies have, 3 missed dunks in this game? At least 2.
At least 2.
Yeah, at least 2. Williams up to 8 assists for the game. Let me see what his season high is for assists. Huskies trying to stop LA Harbor from closing their deficit any further, trying to protect their lead here.
So 9:10 left here in the second half. Huskies with a solid lead over LA Harbor. Ajeo, quick pass to Kelcoat, stolen away by East LA.
Good good way to stick with it because initially they stole the ball, but Harbor looked like they were going to get it back. Huskies, particularly Morrow, kept their hand in, really eventually came over with the steal.
Pass over to Langston. Morrow now over at the top of the key. Takes a few steps back, just past.
Jump ball. One thing you would like to see Morrow, again, he's not really a point guard, but Coach Mosley likes to let him run lead guard duties. The one thing you like to see Morrow do is be more pass-minded or a little bit more open-minded, I should say, when he's driving the paint. Because he is very athletic when he drives the paint, but if he's bottled up, I like to see him try to kick the ball out. And Harbor gets the steal.
And a
one-on-one. And he gets the shot over Williams. (72-61). Harbor is sticking around here. 8:08 left. Huskies only with an 11-point lead.
Man looking for an opening. Finds it. Ball stripped away out of bounds on LA Harbor.
Adepweme. We're calling his name a lot. Well, one, because he's the leading scorer right now for Harbor. 17.6 rebounds. But he's very active defensively. Got a hand on that one, even though Huskies retain possession.
O'Keefe finds Melvin.
A little too strong.
Yeah, too much on the jumper. Langston steals it away. Slow things up, gets it to O'Keefe. His jumper doesn't go, just a little too much recovered by Lofton.
He's just having such a tough time shooting the ball today. Sometimes it happens. It's not your night shooting the ball. Shots that you would normally make, that's your shot, just can't get it to fall. So Keith having that type of day.
And Mageo's ball knocked away, remains with LA Harbor. Sims now comes on the floor for Lofton.
By the way,
Huey
talking
and
about
Jackson coming in.
Williams comes out. He's got 8 assists. That's his season high.
Seahawks ball.
What do you look at on your phone, Drum?
Garcia guarded by Huey.
I'm multifaceted. I'm looking at stats while calling the game, sir. Multifaceted.
Sims gets past Godfrey, pulls it up just in time.
Hit a little one-hander flip hook shot over Godfrey. Godfrey the tall guy, but he got the shot over him. Huskies need to short things up now because Harbor's able to get back into it. Godfrey backs down, gets the inside G's, uses his size to get the paint lay-in.
Nelson over to Sims. Sims gets the shot off, doesn't go. And a whistle.
It'll be Husky ball. See if it's a foul or if they. Okay, I don't see a foul call. The contact was after the whistle was blown. Chris is mopping up the sweat spot on the floor. So 74-63, Albert, with 6:35 left. Harbor, has done well to kind of cut 10 points off the lead, which at one point was 21 points.
Here is Huey. Quick pass over to Godfrey. Far corner is O'Keefe, knocked away by Mageo.
O'Keefe needs to curl a little harder to come to the ball in that instance. Yeah, curl a little harder, use his body to shield off the defender receiving the pass. Jackson will inbound. Huey in running the point. They're going to, oh, he got hit. Yeah, you got to call that foul. Harbor doesn't want Michigan Jackson torching them anymore, so they showed flash hard on the double team on the perimeter, but they flashed too hard and kind of smacked them across the face.
So Jackson will inbound as Nelson jumps around. And another foul. Hard contact by Adepweme.
Kind of ran over Godfrey.
Basically body checked Godfrey to the floor.
It's okay in hockey, but not so much in basketball.
Yeah. Hey, you got a board. Yeah, slightly different sport.
And with that, this should be for 1-1.
Shooting, 1-1.
Jam down on him, he's gonna cross over.
First free throw, good. We'll get one more.
For Godfrey.
So Godfrey hits the second. Baker Beal now in the floor for Godfrey. Rounding out the rest of the lineup right now for East LA are Jackson, Langston, Huey, and Melvin, as well as Baker Beal.
Good steal there. Beal, the reverse layup,
load.
nice. You know, he didn't have great control of the ball when he went up for it. So it was smart for him to go for the layup and not try to go for a dunk, even though he's got the size and hops.
Nelson on the near corner, doesn't go, gets his own rebound.
That shouldn't happen.
You gotta love that aggressiveness, though. It's not very often you see a player fight for his own rebound.
Especially that the camera's that wide from the rim.
Kelcoat looking for an opening. Finds a little, gets it off to Nelson. Pass doesn't go.
Another offensive rebound. That's what's keeping Harbor in it. But it's still, and it knocked away off the foot of Harbor, but they're going to say it was a clean deflection, so Harbor gets to retain the ball.
The deflection looked like it was off of Langston's leg, so it's not going to be a backcourt violation.
But they have to reset with only 12. Oh, he lost the ball, and it's a turnover.
He just about had it back, but even if he retained it, shot clock was only like just under 10. They would not have had a whole lot of time left to actually make
Did it look like maybe
a
he lost
definitive
that
play.
Did it look, maybe it looked like he lost that ball for fatigue?
Possibly. Huey out to Jackson. He finds Langston on the near corner, outside to Beal. Little jet sweep pass to Huey. Out to Beal and Jackson with the pull-up jumper, hits it.
Yeah, Coach Mosley repeatedly saying, move it, move it, move it, move it. He wants his team to keep moving the ball and moving themselves.
So Jackson with 2 more points on the evening.
Huskies almost out of the woods here. Just need a couple more, another good minute or so. Not with that, though, as Harbor will go to the line.
So
what do we say? Not Marquez, but Marcus Calcote will go to the line. He's got 14 points. Now 15.
So Jackson is 8 for 10 in field goals, 6 for 7 in three-pointers. Perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds and 3 assists.
Second free throw miss. That's only the third free throw miss for Harbor.
Beal with the rebound for East LA. Quickly hands it off to Huey, passes it over to Jackson, now Shamar.
And with under 4 minutes left with a double-digit lead, the Huskies can go with their four-quarter offense. And
so they're calling a foul on Masher. A little bit of a shove.
And it's going to be who at the line? Michelini Jackson at the line? Get a chance to go over 30 points. Missed the 1-and-1. Rebound Harbor.
Garcia, quick pass to Maggio. One-on-one against Williams, doesn't go. Morrow with the rebound, over to Wilson against Nelson.
He's going to draw the foul. Good aggression there by Wilson. I thought maybe it was a little wild, but he was able to get the contact.
Foul number 23, Chase Nelson. First personal, 9th team foul. Wilson.
Well, it's hard to shoot any more efficiently and score any more efficiently than Michelini Jackson has. He's got 29 points on 10 shots. First free throw by Wilson, good. Second free throw rimmed out. Morrow with the putback and lay-in.
Great heads-up awareness and aggressiveness by Morrow to get the rebound with the putback too.
Not saying the nail's in the coffin yet, but plays like that is what helps put the nail in the coffin. The nail in the coffin, at least a nail's in the coffin, not all the nails.
Shot is waved off. Baker Beal charged with the foul.
He was kind of running to the basket as he got hit, trying to put it up last minute.
Masher is fouled.
You know, old school basketball guys will say that's a good hard foul there by Wilson.
So Masher will go to the line. He only has 2 points on the night, 4 fouls altogether.
No easy layups. Wilson said, you know what? I'm not letting you get this one easy. You got to earn it at the line. Masher gets the first free throw to drop. For his 3rd point of the game. Second free throw is good. 3:15 left. Huskies with a 17-point lead. Not quite out of the woods, but they're almost out of the woods on this one.
And the way they're currently running the offense is to kill as much clock as it possibly can with each possession.
Jackson
keeps it, hands it off to Beal.
10 seconds left. Good job by Jackson to drive inside to kick it out.
Williams into Beal, loses it, kicks it out. Jackson comes up, gets the shot off, but doesn't go.
Not a bad possession in terms of killing time.
They're wanting to see if Jackson can probably pull off another buzzer beater of the shot clock.
Beal with the rebound. Oh,
pass from Morrow goes wide and high out of bounds.
A little miscommunication, but Morrow thought Jackson would be one place and he wasn't. Almost, touchdown pass. Oh, you know what? I think off that easy touchdown pass and laying, this team might be running the track after that one. (83-68) with 2:05 left. Miss Jackson pulls up from free throw line, misses. And Jackson commits the foul on Calcoat. It'll be a 1-on-1. So I've been saying over the past few minutes, the Huskies are almost out of the woods. I would still say they're almost out of the woods.
This game's not quite on ice as of yet, but it is leaning towards that direction. Take a quick look here at some other scores in the 3C 2A men's basketball division. Long Beach and LA Trade in a pretty tight contest here. Long Beach currently leading 83-82. LA Southwest with a 10-point lead over Mount Sac. They lead 61-51 with 3:56 left in their second half.
That would be a huge win for Southwest. Well, he said Mount Sac is a top 5 team. Someone's got to help out Morrow.
Santa Ana College leads 65-56. Morrow double teamed.
Oh, he got it taken away
by Calcoat and back out of bounds.
What they're going to say is Harbor ball.
Calcoat was arguing a little bit for a travel there. At least that's what I heard him say. Which I'm like, why would you yell travel when you have the ball? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
The motion that Coach Mosley just made about the fact that Morrow was not fouled as he was bumped up against the sideline.
Second personal, 9th team foul. The J.O. shooting.
So 1:26 left. First free throw bounce around and good. The J.O. now with 8 points, 5 assists.
There you go. Coach Mosley, you got to give them cylinder space. So like they're very much like in the space of Morrow, which kind of forced the actual turnover altogether there.
Yeah, ideally what you want is the defense to kind of And they draw a foul there. Mussolini will go to the line. So what Mosley's saying is that basically saying that the defense, you could like double team on near the baseline. I mean, not the baseline, near the sideline, but you can't like inch forward and kind of make physical contact, not make physical contact, but make physical contact and kind of shove the ball handler out of bounds.
Yeah, bodying it a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some more scores here from around the 3C2A. Cerritos leading 89-64 over Rio Hondo. Just 2 minutes left there in their second half. Final from Pasadena City, 86-64 in favor of Pasadena City over Compton.
Oh, okay, that's a good win for PCC. PCC is a better team this year. Huskies, usually the Huskies in the past few years only have had to have one team to worry about in conference play, which is about SAC. And that's going to count.
They're
and the
calling
foul
that on Jackson, who strongly disagrees. Final from San Diego City. They defeated Palomar 89-71.
I feel like they get Calcote the continuation though. Looks like he was still driving to the basket with the ball on the floor when he got hit, but they gave him continuation and let him get the shot up.
Fullerton defeated Riverside 72-56.
Oh,
That
Michelini
seems to
Jackson is
round
fouled
the
out.
Scores.
Number 10 fouled out? 10's fouled out? Okay. So Michelini Jackson is confirmed as fouled out. He'll lead this game, but he with 31 points, 6 rebounds.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate foul with just a minute 12 left in this game.
I mean, you would think with a double-digit lead with 112 left that they
doesn't
won't
really matter, but at the same time, you hate to go out in that fashion.
Yeah. And the second free throw is good. 11-point lead for the Huskies with 1:09 left, 85-74. Huskies need to.
Diving steal knocked away.
It should be Husky
Great
ball, though.
effort by Garcia there. He
excellent effort.
laid out to knock that one away.
Huskies definitely need to work on this late game offense because their passes, they're basically at some point they're being telegraphed. And we've seen this with a bit with Compton too, when the Huskies, ran this offense to run down the clock. Was that a double tech? What happened here?
Yeah, technical foul on the bench.
Okay,
and
so
then a foul on Huey, so those offset.
It looks like the bench and Huey probably was drawing back and forth with each other too much. So the technical fouls are offset.
Yeah, so Huey will step off the court.
And Williams will come back on, which I think is good. I think you need Williams out here. The way this game is kind of salted down here the past few minutes, you need Williams out here to kind of help get the offense organized.
Godfrey finds Williams.
And Williams draws the foul on.
Draws the foul on 35. That was Garcia making contact. He's kind of John off a little bit. Strongly disagrees.
What we say? This game got spicy in the second half. There's 3 technical fouls called.
Yeah, it definitely is finishing in a way that we wouldn't have anticipated it actually finishing. Like LA Harbor has just played with a very specific fire here in this second half. Like I would say that it goes beyond like the standard chippiness that you would see with certain scores. Martinez lays up 1 for 3, no good. Masher with the putback 2.
That's surprising. Brandon Wilson's usually pretty good rebounding guard, so for him to lose that rebound.
Williams able to get open, finds Stiambane. Deep pass over to Wilson. Harbor just playing extra aggressive defense.
Not giving
Trying
up,
to
even
force
though
a mental error turnover. Back out Stiambane.
times against them though. Huskies running their corner
East
offense.
LA just playing the clock at this stage.
And
Godfrey
there's the
hits
dagger.
the pull-up dumper.
Finally, Dylan Godfrey gets the final nail in the coffin here. That'll seal this win for
A
the Huskies.
13-point lead for East LA with just 16 left. is not really going to get the job done for LA Harbor. Williams past half court. Now East LA can just dribble this one out. Stolen away by Garcia. Time runs down to zeros. So East LA defeats LA Harbor 89-78.
Well, I thought that despite Harbor's record that they were a plucky team, and they definitely showed that they were plucky. But Huskies, the better team today, and they've run their win streak now to double digits, 10 in a row, as women's basketball about to take the court and warm up. But Albert, 10 in a row, Huskies got the win that they need. They need to keep their winning streak going. And again, 10 in a row as they begin conference play in earnest next week.
Absolutely. So first game next week, I believe, is going to be against Mount Sac.
No, actually, that's next Friday.
That's
Friday.
That's
Friday.
Right.
However,
that's the next home game that we'll be covering on our end.
Right, but the first game, conference game, will be at PCC. So a stiff test for the Huskies right off the bat. They're going to have actually probably the strongest test they can have next week. They got PCC at PCC on the 24th, next Wednesday, and then Friday back here against one of the top-ranked teams in the state, Mount San Antonio, Mount Sac, the Mounties. And that's really interesting, you know, we see the women's team starts to warm up. That's actually the case not just on the men's side, but the women's side, too. The Mount Sac team, they're ranked, the top-ranked team. And PCC is a good team in their own right as far as the women. So both men and women start the conference with stiff tests next week.
We have said all non-player personnel remain off of the playing surface at all times. Thank you.
But Huskies take care of business here, Albert. Game, as we mentioned, got spicy in the second half. We mentioned several times. Odd end. I would say kind of an odd way to end this game in the sense that Harbor, they tried. It's like Harbor, in the sense they tried to get down to. They whittled the lead down to 9, but at no point, you know, you didn't get a real sense that the Huskies' lead was in danger. Because the Huskies were able to answer at a few instances. Another time because Harbor's comeback kind of got stalled out. The game kind of got stalled out with fouls and both teams going to the line. But, you know, a win is a win. And they got the win against a team that they needed to beat. And they were able to work on some things. They're going to need to work on some things because PCC is a good team, and we'll mention Mount Sac's an excellent team. And some of the things we saw today, like particularly the turnovers on offense and things of that nature, and some of the rebounding, Huskies rebounding today. Let me look at their numbers real quick. So total rebounds is the Huskies won the rebounding battle 40-35. However, they did give up 13 offensive rebounds versus their 12. And that's kind of been a bit of the issue, even though the team, they're a good group rebounding team. But they don't always rebound defensively, and they give up a few too many offensive boards. So they got to see if they can try to correct that a little bit for next week.
Absolutely. So going into next week, as we said, on the 24th, East LA will go on the road to Pasadena City College. That is, of course, their first conference game of the year. That'll be on the road. That game, of course, will be at 5 p.m. And then after that, they'll come back home to face Mount Sac.
Now you got we put it on social media. I'm saying it now. Put a star next to that one. If you guys are listening, if you're in the area, come on through. We'll need all the support. Again, Mount Sac, a serious threat for the Huskies this year. Huskies have enjoyed 3 straight seasons of undefeated play in the South Coast Conference North. They've gone undefeated 8-0 for the past 3 seasons. Mount Sac is, again, going to pose a serious threat. They're looking to take back control of the conference.
And on an additional note, it's like not only do the men play Mount Sac next week, but we will have a doubleheader.
Oh, yes, that's
as
right.
The women will take on Mount Sac that very evening as well. The men will tip off at 5 p.m. The women will tip off at 6. Both of those games will be here live on Sportsnet, USA.net. So next week we'll be into for some very exciting basketball to be played off. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. I'm Albert Robles for Cerwin D. Haynes and Ed Ford. You've been watching Husky basketball right here on SportsNetUSA.net.
Peace.